Okay, we're going to make our scandal mix, or scandal sprinkle. One of the things you're going to want to do is you want to make sure that instead of cutting it, making it by portions, even though I'm making it by parts, I'm doing it by parts by weight. So you'll need a scale. One of the things you can look at, for instance, is this is by weight the same as this. This right here is, this is Little Richard by weight. It's a much smaller in volume than, for instance, the Carlos Santana, the Don Cornelius. Alright, you're going to need 1 part granulated Rick James, 1 part granulated Prince, 1 part Tina Turner, 1 part Don Cornelius, 1 part George Clinton, 1 part Little Richard, 1 part Carlos Santana, and 1.5 parts of Chubby Checker Larry Graham mix. And you mix together. Okay, here we go. We're getting ready to make our Sista Dredge. This is an interesting dredge. It's really just for this particular fried chicken. It is not a batter. And we're going to start with 3 parts all-purpose flour. Remember, everything's weighed, and that's one of the reasons why the pepper looks like there's more of it than salt. Okay? And 1 part Larry Graham, 1 part George Clinton, then we have 1 full part of 3 parts, which would make 1 part. You got a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion. All these are powders and not granulated. Then we mix. You're going to get a nice cinnamon smell out of this. It's very unusual. And it looks very dirty too. And you're going to put your dry chicken into this. Okay, all this is 1 gallon of red wine vinegar, 1 gallon Cajun Chef Louisiana hot sauce, which I've mixed together. And we're going to try to boil it. As soon as it boils, we're going to add 2.5 cups of our sprinkle of Scandal rub to flavor it, and then we're going to be adding at least 1 gallon of honey. The technique is once this gets to boiling, we're going to add the rub, the flavoring agent, let it boil for 5 minutes, shut the heat off, add the honey, because we don't want the vinegar to boil away. And then that'll be all she wrote. I'll let it sit for a couple of days and make it really, really tasty and marry together. As you can see, we got a boiling going on there. We want to put our spices in there, about 2.5 cups. Stir it up real good. That salt's going to make it boil a little bit more fiercely. We will boil it for 5 minutes and then take it off. Okay, we're going to pull it off the heat. Turn off the element. And start doubling up on our honey. Stirring is going to be the hard part because all that stuff settles to the bottom. Stir it real good. Probably should be using a stiffer whisk. Notice the color change. Smell that honey. last thing you want to do is a few days before. Make yourself some room in the refrigerator and let it get all funky. Get its groove on. So we put it in there, let it break out in a cold sweat for a boogie.